I'm back out here. Let me share with y'all what I just came up on. So I did need a new tool cabinet. So I came up on this Husky, $200. Well, I couldn't let it pass me by. And all the drawers work. I don't have a key. I don't need no key to lock up my tools. I'm the only one in there. But yeah, $200. So I'm wiping it down, cleaning it up, so I can stick that joker on the side wall over here. I have the wheel wood brake assembly in place. As you see, I got the axle in there. And of course, I used my QA1s. But right between there is not enough space for me to put my wheel wood brake. I won't go in there. Not enough space here. Is it possible that I can have this on the other side? Now, let me see, can I get this thing out of here so I can finish it? And of course, got my belt on. Gotta have the belt on. Oh man, what's stopping me? A box. Yeah, finishing it, yeah. So I can go ahead and put the axle and the wheel wood brakes on. And I ran into a problem because, let me see, let me move this. Once I put that wheel wood, we'll come with it blowing. That's gonna be so close that the wheel wood caliper didn't fit. So instead of putting the wheel wood brakes on the correct way, I'm gonna put them on the opposite way. Like this brake shoes right here, they're actually supposed to be on the left side, on the driver's side, but I'm gonna end up putting it on the passenger side just so I can get the space. And plus that'll put the rotors, that'll put the that'll put the calipers in the front instead of the back, which it look good, but you possibly could eliminating your parking brake cable. So once I get to it, I'll show you what's up. I need to grab the axle. That's that side. Grab a little sealant here. Oh, these ain't gonna stay on. I just got this blower. Yeah, sometimes you get that interference. So what I'm gonna do right here, this is some sealant that I want to put around this bearing so it'll sit right here in this groove, so won't no fluid leak coming through that seal on the inside. Just in case I don't get by that seal on the inside, we'll have this seal going around this bearing like this here. I don't know if y'all can see me greasing that bearing. I'm putting a little of this cork sealant around the bearing. I put a little bit back around now. I had a little bit in now, but I'll do it again. this will have a bond, and that'll stop the fluid from coming by. All right, now I'm gonna grab the brake. Now here, as I was explaining before I even started, this right here is the parking brake cable, which this piece right here goes on the passenger side. So the cable come this way, and when you mash down on the pedal, it will pull that back, which would extend these to hold the rotor in place. But because I got this so close, because my rear end is cut short, it came right into the QA1, where I can't even put the caliper on the rotors. So what I'm gonna end up doing, which I did, I'm gonna bring the passenger side to the driver's side. Now I haven't checked with Wheelwood to see if that's okay. I'm just doing it on my own. So don't take this from Wheelwood saying you can do that. This is me doing it, and we're gonna see if it works. So what you need to do now is make sure you put this on the right way and don't put it on backwards. And I put these screws right here just so I can catch this thing in place. Like that. And now what you want to do, make sure your there's a little rubber gasket inside there. Make sure it got some lube on it, but there ain't no lube in there. Put you up there so you can sit still. Now when you get so close, you got to feel for the axle, feel for the center section, the third member, and slide it right in there. Once it gets there, take a piece of block, put it right there. I'm gonna grab my hammer. And before I hammer it in like that, I want to make sure that this is going to work. I'm going to grab my Wheelwood caliper and put it right there. You don't want to beat that in before you find out if it's going to work on this side. Brand new. Let me see. Yep, it look like it'll go. It's not close to the frame right there. And I guess it's a good thing I did put the notch in there, because now it's not for my rims, it's for your brake calipers. Yeah, it just missed it. So I'm gonna knock that in, go to the other side, put that one in, then I'll fade back in with you. this look like it's gonna work. My now that I got them on there, it look like it's gonna work because it look like my caliper is gonna clear the frame. That's why I'm saying I'm glad I'm frame notched it in, just not for the rims. But what I'm about to do now is put these, put those clamps in, put 2 more screws behind there. That's 1 screw right there, and 2 go to the bottom. And once you put those in, remember my last video on my impeller, what I just did, you have to get these things out of here. Yeah, now you gotta fish these inside, which is gonna go onto those screws. I don't know if you can see inside that hole, but I gotta fish these behind there with their lip part pointed in. That's gonna hold that bearing and hold this whole axle inside. So yeah, let me fish these in and get these screws in. Then I put the rotors on. Then I gotta line up my wheel wood brakes. Once I line the brakes up, that will be the end of the frame. And as you see, I did, since I bent and cut up my brake line so bad, I ended up having to go to AutoZone and buy that real brake line and create something. But it's in there. Yep. And there it is right there. I had to take one of the screws off the rear end and make a little clamp so it'll hold it in there. All right, let me get back to it. So project frame will be done. Then I can get on the body. So I pretty much have it in place. And what I gotta do is put the bolts on. Put the bolts on through the back, through the axle. But you gotta use some red Loctite to make sure it don't come loose. Put that Loctite on there real good. It's kind of cool out here, so it's not moving fast. I generally let it circle through all the threads. Come to the back, stick it through. So the retainer clip is gonna stay in place now because I got other holes that are, other screws that are holding it down. So I'm just taking each bolter loose, putting Loctite on it, put the washer on it. And I got the nut inside here, inside the socket. So I'll just put a little bit on the nut itself. Just a dab. And get the proper thread, screw it in. And the instruction says 40 foot-pounds with red Loctite. I got my torque wrench. This is my big torque wrench. I don't really need this big one on this one since I already got it out. I'll go 40 foot-pounds on it. Because this thing's so big, it'll feel like nothing. Yeah. And that's it. So I want to do each bolt like that. Get to the next one. I just turn this thing around. To the next bolt. So I'm gonna do this side, do the other side, then I start lining the rotor up. Okay, y'all, this is it. Got the wheel woods on now. And you see that brake line sticking out because I had my rear end shortened. So that won't be no big deal. I just got to get me some braided lines, some braided hoses that's gonna connect to that. I'll bend that thing up close to the rear end and it'll stick back in now. But let me know what you guys think. There it is. That's the complete suspension. It's on the car. Got the wheel wood brakes. And as you looking at these wheel wood brakes, you're saying, wow, they on the front where all the pressure and most of the riding is, which is a good idea, but I'm gonna see how I can actually still apply my parking brakes to it, because I do have those things on backwards, just so I didn't get no clearance right there between the QA1s and the rotor. But we'll walk around the car, the frame again, not the car. Well, yep, this is it. I'm liking it. Got those 6 pistons in the front, 4 pistons in the back. My only hope is when I do put my car in the paint shop, oh wow, look at that. You're looking at a $500 gearbox. $500 gearbox. But anyway, yeah, got UMI, wheel wood, and QA1, and quick performance. Here we go. So this is it. Pretty much finished with it now. You know, of course, once I attach it to the car, I gotta come back and do a little torquing, but this is it. Yeah, I like it. All right, let's move out. Till the next time.